So I'm having one of those Saturdays, those lazy Saturdays where I laid in bed until noon. I had breakfast in bed. I did a word search. I watched some TV and I just chilled, recovered from the week that I just had and the summer. Summers at work are pretty intense. I run a summer camp for kids ages 5 through 10 and it's very full on and it's very active and very busy. And I love it, but it is exhausting. And yesterday we just ended our summer together and I have now a week between camp and when school starts again. And I am going to take a couple days next week to just do my own thing, not have to go into work, get some adult stuff done. But today was very intentional on just rest and relaxing and just, sitting with myself and my thoughts for a little bit. And I was just doing the dishes and I was thinking about how September is right around the corner. And for me, September has always felt more like the start of a new year than January does. We grew up where September's where we go back to school and the seasons are changing and it's such a clear, defined kind of next chapter. So fall has always been my favorite season, September and October specifically, my favorite months. But September, I always look forward to it because it's time for me to sit and reflect and look at where I've come since the year before and look at where I'd like to go. And yeah, September is just always that reset. It is 2 weeks away, less than 2 weeks away, which is crazy because I feel like where did this year go, but also where did this summer go? It's gone by so fast and we're about to hit that reset button. And I keep coming back to this thought of where I want my life to go or how I want to move to that next, phase or chapter in my life, specifically where finances are concerned. I live in Vancouver, which is one of the most expensive cities in the country. I live in Vancouver as a single person, and I live in Vancouver as a single person on a preschool teacher's income. So quite honestly, a lot of the year I'm living kind of paycheck to paycheck or really having to be cognizant of my money and where it's going and what I'm doing with it because I have built this big, beautiful life here that I'm very protective of and that I want to stay immersed in. And so to do that, I have to be a little bit more budget savvy because, again, Vancouver, single, teacher. Last September and maybe the September before, and definitely this September, my thoughts when it comes to my job is that doing the job that I do, while it is fulfilling and rewarding every other way but monetarily, it's not the space in where my finances are going to get a glow up. I know that if I want to grow my bank account and my financial security, that kind of stuff lies in my creativity. And whereas last year I was like, oh, I have to quit my job, I have to find something else, I cannot sustain my life doing that. This year, for whatever reason, because a lot of things haven't changed, I guess, where my circumstances are concerned, but I've changed and I've grown. And so my mental clarity is so much more clear. And I'm at the point now where it's like, thank God I have the job that I have because it allows me to do the thing we all have to do, which is make money to support ourselves and support our lives. But I'm not doing this job just for the money. I'm doing this job because of how much it impacts my soul and my spirit and my heart and my mind and how engaged and activated I feel as a human being and necessary and needed and as a human being and that I'm contributing as a human being. That's what this job does for me. And that's why I've been doing it for 18 years and I love it. But it's not the only thing in my life that brings me joy and that I feel very much is connected to who I am as a person. I'm a creative person. I love photography and videography and music. I love art. And my whole entire life, I have dabbled and weaved in each and every one of these things. And for so long, I thought I had to pick one lane and stick to it. But as a creative, there is no lane. It's fucking anarchy. You can do whatever you want. And so I want to do all the things. And my job lends me the opportunity to be able to do those things. And so this year, instead of thinking, oh, I have to leave my job and do something else because I need to make more money, it's like, let's take advantage of the fact that I have a job where I can still do my job and bring in an income, but also take enough of a step back that I can focus on me and the other endeavors and parts of my life that I want to give attention to. Life moves so fast and it changes so fast, and things can drastically alter in the span of days, months, weeks, minutes even. Like life is very, very, very life. Life is very life, and it's lifing a lot. The older I get, the more aware of the fact that I don't want to waste whatever time I have. Everything can change or be gone, if we're honest, in an instant, and I would like to do all the things while I'm still here doing them. And so that's what my fall is gonna feel like to me. It's gonna feel like the start of this new era of me doing all the things I wanna do and creating in all the ways that I wanna create and expressing myself and sharing myself and being myself. And there's no set like agenda or goal or like thing I am trying to accomplish other than keeping myself in a creative space as much as I possibly can. Like that is the only goal. And to see what comes out of that. I have a lot of projects that I have in mind that I want to give life to, and I'm just excited and I'm looking forward to all of that. I find the times where depression and anxiety are way more prevalent in my life are times when I am not doing things creatively. And so I also know that is like the biggest tie and link to a positive mental health for myself. I want to make sure that that is a present relationship that I'm participating in and intentionally pouring into. I just want to get back to who I was when I was a kid and a teenager. When I was a kid and a teenager, you couldn't tell me anything and you couldn't tell me that I couldn't be anything. And I was doing all the things and the world seemed so much more brighter and sparkly to me because I lived in this like mindset of abundance and infinite possibility. And I want to get back to that guy. And I feel like the closest I felt to that version of myself in decades has been this last year because I started dancing again. And going back to dance has honestly changed my life. It has grown my confidence. It has helped with my social anxiety, and it's helped my body, moving my body in different ways and having my body and my brain have to work together and be teammates again to learn things and then to get up on a stage despite my nerves and do the things. It's been such a beautiful experience, and I'm very excited to continue that journey. I've done 5 shows so far in the last year with Passion Performance, the studio that I dance with. And it's been such a testament to the amount of unexpected growth that can happen when you do something that you don't think is a big deal, but turns out being the biggest deal. Not realizing at the time that, I went back to dance because my friends were doing it and I wanted to spend more time with them. And I love dancing, so I thought it would be fun to, be dancing again as an adult. I feel like I don't go to the club anymore, so I don't dance like I used to, or as often as I used to. I used to go dancing every weekend, and so it was just like that was the push to go back. And also I was really, really, really in a very dark headspace, and I wanted to do something to get me out of the house and get me out of my head on the weekend. Yeah, that to me is just like self-care at its finest and showing up for yourself at its finest. I'm very proud of myself that I not only had the thought to do it, but I also had the conviction to see it through. So in recognizing that, I'm excited to see what can come in the next year for me showing up for myself creatively in different ways. I'm just excited to see what life is going to look like 1 year from now. This time next year, I'm going to be a different version of myself, and my life is going to look different and feel different. And I believe that it's all going to be for the positive. I'm not an idiot. I know that life comes with good and bad, and there's going to be, lifing like it does. But I believe that good things are possible for me and good things will happen to me and for me. And I've done enough work over the last couple years that I know that I'm only going to put myself around people, places, and spaces that are good to me and good for me. And so here the fuck we go. I am excited for September. I'm excited for fall. I'm excited for summer to be done and I can stop sweating all the time. I'm excited. And I hope that you are excited for September too, and October, and every other month going after it, because the world is crazy and the world is on fire, but the world is also still a bright, beautiful, sparkly place that is filled with abundance and limitless options. It's time to start exploring those. So let us go and explore. Okay, this has been a good talk, I think. Goodbye. No, goodbye.